when AIs become more capable, what do humans own? Talking about HSB, right? You've brought in a lot of design elements into the MBA curriculum. And I think that will be one facet which will remain very, very human. And that I think is a real standout for me. The curriculum's really something that you've upgraded completely. I see a lot of vibe coding coming in. I see a lot of AI product management coming in. So I see that HSB is embracing that change because it's important that we have people coming to us from institutions like HSB who are very well aware of what's the latest in the market, and as importantly, if not more importantly, are well aware of how to use it right. Otherwise, there are just so many ways of doing it wrong, right? So it's really good that there is a systematic focus on many of these new developments, and that the people coming from HSB will have a formal grounding in this before they come to the industry. A lot of product people spend their time saying, hey, we're going to be studying the market. We're a product marketing manager, or we will work primarily with the development teams, the development community, right? But what's really happening with AI is that AI is enabling product managers to bring those market insights, develop it, prototype it, take it to the market to get market feedback, get market acceptance really, and then take it to development for hardening, productionizing, scalability. A lot of the engineering in software, that is the point at which they take it to development. But they're no longer working with, let's say, Scrum teams to say, hey, you know what, we're going to spend 4 weeks doing a prototype. We now expect that product managers convert the insight that they have from the industry directly into a prototype using your LLM of choice, your coding platform of choice, right? And it's really easy, and it's really easy to produce extremely high quality prototypes right now. I think that is the big change that we see in product management. Product managers are now much closer to their end customers, to their markets. The big disruption in the last couple of years has been AI. You've seen articles of how consulting firms have produced reports with AI, and there's hallucinations and all that. Hallucinations have come down dramatically in the last few months because I think people have also gotten better at utilizing AI. There's now more awareness that you can't just throw something in there and then take what comes out. We as consultants are learning to work better with AI, and AI is now producing very, very valuable artifacts, insights for us. So the big change that's happening in consulting is that consultants are now able to leverage AI to do more. The span of what a junior consultant did really has increased because they now have access to a lot of information at their fingertips. Consulting companies have their own AIs running on their knowledge repositories. And these AI systems are really giving them very nicely curated packets of information that these people can then utilize in order to drive value and recommendations for their clients. So we are seeing smart young consultants are spending more time thinking directly about the customer problems, the customer issues, than they used to, because they would spend so much time on the research, on the analysis before, which is accelerated significantly. It is now very clear, you don't lose your job to AI. A person who uses AI badly will lose their job to a person who uses AI well, right? And we are seeing this consistently, industry after industry. It's not that AI is coming in, it's not a robotic force that's coming in and doing mass replacement of people. What we are seeing is that people who are effectively using AI are able to produce outputs and outcomes which are much higher than what they would have been able to do before. So the people who are adapting these tools well, there's a clear improvement in their standing, in what they're able to produce, in the rewards and recognitions they are getting, compared to people who are still doing work in the pre-AI era. So I think the question isn't, is AI going to take away your job? The question is, are you up to date in a way that you are using AI effectively so that another person who knows AI better isn't coming for your job? Product managers used to say, hey, I'm going to focus on the market side of things. They would say that I'm going to build my industry relationships and write a market requirements document. There would be others who would say, I'm from a technological background. I understand user needs, I understand development, so I'm going to write product PRDs, which are the basis for development, right? We had two types of product managers, one who saw themselves as market facing and the others who saw themselves as primarily development facing. That has gone away. So in a sense, we now need people, or we now reward people who look at an industry, understand the industry, have the insights from the industry, bring that in, prototype it, build it themselves without needing a development team for it, validate it in the industry, right? Get actual real live data on whether the insight is right, whether it's valuable, and then be able to work with development staff in order to productionize it. So that, I think, is an evolution of the role. The key things that you needed in product was always a deep respect and empathy for the customer, which has not changed. That continues to be the case. So I think the fundamentals of the job has not changed. I just think the technology's evolved in a way that we are now able to merge these two sub roles that were there in product into one integrated role.